Hey everybody, it's Evan Jackson, CEO of Young, Bold, and Regal, and we're here with the incredible voice actor, author, Shawn Solo Fonteno. He's really incredible when it comes to his voice acting. You may have heard him on Grand Theft Auto, worldwide sensation. He's also an author talking about his life, not only as a voice actor, but his journey on how to get there. So welcome to Young, Bold, and Regal.
What up, man? What's going on with you, dog?
For the last, I feel like 10 or 12 years, a lot of people are active and asking, who are these faces behind the voice acting, not only for our favorite movies and television, but for video games, right? And a lot of people have been proponents of, we need more Black men and Black women to know who these Black faces are behind these voice actors. So tell us a little bit about how you got into it, and tell us also about the fact that what made you interested in the first place, and how you got into the world of Grand Theft Auto.
Well, how I got into it was from my boy DJ Pooh, man. I speak on him in every interview or anything, that I'm doing. I give all like I don't want to say all the praises to him, but I give him, man, all the tops and salute, man, for connecting me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Pooh has always been instrumental in the entertainment life, me doing movies, music. Me and him has always been like A1 with each other, ever since I met him way back in the days when I was gang banging and he was gang banging, that's how we bumped heads. We bumped heads at first, but then we ended up being the best of friends. So Grand Theft Auto, man, it started back, man, about 20 something years ago, dog. He had a lot to do with San Andreas. He was a consultant then, bringing talent to the table, and he ended up bringing my young cousin Melee that played CJ in San Andreas. So, I played a voice on there. He brought me in there to lend my voice to some of the gang members in San Andreas. So years later, I wouldn't have never thought that he'd be calling me up to come and read and cast and try out for the role of this character Franklin in Grand Theft Auto 5, you know what I mean? So he called me up, and he called a host of other people up too, but I guess they loved or liked it what I did. So I mean, come on, man. Now you can't put another voice to Franklin. You feel me?
You can't. So many times going over to my friend's house, I'd hear Grand Theft Auto in the background. So even hearing your voice now is pretty incredible. Yeah. And that's just me interviewing you. Have you ever been stopped by on the street or maybe the grocery store where somebody's like, "Man, your voice is so iconic. Where is it from?" And then you maybe clued them in, or somebody just spotted it right away?
Oh yeah, all the time, bro. It amazes me, man, that I was blessed to be part of something so iconic, and people just recognize your voice. Sometimes they recognize 50-50 on just my looks. Sometimes they have to double take, and once I start talking, I catch a lot of people. I see it in their eyes because I've been used to it over the years, that they trying to figure out where they know me from. Like either I'm an old friend of theirs, or I know somebody that they know, and then it comes to them that, oh shit, this the dude from Grand Theft Auto 5. You know what I'm saying? So I get recognized a lot, man. A lot of times I could tell people be, like I said, kind of like squinching their eye, like, damn, he look like, or he sound like, and then I have to help them out. Like, yeah, that's me, man. And then it turns into pictures and autographs, and
Yeah. You're also an author. Not only you talk about your voice acting work of many years, of 2 decades headed into 3 decades. You're talking about your life as a former gang member, and how you got out of that life and changed your life into something that you felt was more positive. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. It's my life story of what I've been through since I've been like 8 or 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? It took 2.5 years for me to put this together, because I didn't want to put it out. For many years, people were asking me, man, you should do a story on your life, man, just for all this stuff that you've been through, the trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? So I used to always turn it down because a lot of things I did was illegal, you know, like selling drugs and being part of a gang. And, you know, I've been shot several times. So I know what it feels like to be on both sides of the gun. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't really want to talk about it, but then I just like, man, you know, some people might need to hear my story because it's a message in it. You know, I mean, I'm blessed to be here, man. You know, God had a purpose for me because I faced death several times, and he kept me, man. He shielded me and had the angels on me. So, you know, I just was like, well, let me tell my story, man, finally. So I've told it, but, you know, it's some things left out. But everybody that reads the book, man, they call me, or the reviews is just like amazing, man, because, you know, I talk about my downside, you know what I mean? How, you know, I just was at my lowest point to where I wanted to kill myself, you know, suicide, depression, and how I managed to get through it with family and love and God, you know what I'm saying? So me being the tough guy that I grew up as, people would never ever thought that I would have resorted to that. But man, I don't care how tough you is or how weak you is, once that sickness plant itself in your brain, it consumes you, man. You know, it turned into a good guy, bad guy on your shoulder. And the bad guy normally be, do it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot yourself, cut yourself, take these pills, do something wrong to yourself. You know what I mean? So I made it through it, man. You know, thanks to my wife and my friends and family. So, you know, I'm here today to talk about my memoir, man, Game Changer, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
what was some revelations maybe that your wife or your family or friends read within the book that they were kind of like, wow, I didn't quite know this or understand this, but when they read it and spoke to you about it, they got a better understanding, or something that was kind of surprising to them?
Well, for my wife, you know, she pretty much know every move I made, man, because I've been with my wife from day one, bro. I'm talking about a long time. We've been married 26 years, 25 years, man, but been together a little longer than that. But it's nothing I could have pretty much hide from her, but except the street shit, you know what I'm saying? The hustle and bustle and you know, the other stuff. I always tried to keep that from my family. So I was pretty much like a 007, you know what I'm saying? I come home and I was just this husband and this father that just probably been in the streets, you know, doing what he had to do to bring some home, but they never knew what I did because I never introduced that to my kids nor my wife, you know, which was a good thing. You feel me? But family and friends, when they're reading it, they never knew that I was in a depression. And they finding out things about me like, wow, man, I never knew, because I can be broke, not a penny in my pocket, digging in the ashtray, hungry, but I will be around friends and other people smiling like I just got plenty of money and I got plenty of food. You feel me? So them were the things that tripped them out once they read the book.
There's been a recent focus, I say in the last 5 or 6 years, about mental health, especially when it comes to Black men and mental health, having a positive release when it comes to whether talking to a therapist or even having a group of other Black men to speak with. What were some things that helped you help relieve your depression, or maybe a group or a method that you used as a man to get your stories out, to get your thoughts out of your mind, positive reinforcements that you used?
Like I said before, man, you know, it was having a strong backbone of a family. My wife, for number one, her, you know what I'm saying, for understanding, and me admitting, you know, you have to talk to somebody and admit that you're going through something. And number two was something that I tried to walk away from, that of the depression, of the suicidal thoughts, and just I give up type of shit. And I running from that, I ran into another problem that I didn't talk about in my book. I wish I would have, but I didn't. I got addicted to pain pills. Pain pills were kind of like to take me away from all the problems. You feel me? I take one and I just feel good about things. You know what I'm saying? It was a high that it was giving me, a happy high. So I don't recommend no one do that. You know what I'm saying? Because getting addicted to pain pills was the worst thing I could have ever did to my body, to my mind, to my soul, to myself. And getting off of them is like going through pure hell. And I did it, and I ended up doing it twice. So, and I don't plan on getting back on them, you know what I mean? So, um, it was just, you know, I finally opened up to people about it, you know what I'm saying? And by me opening up in the book about it, it felt like a lift off of my shoulder from writing this book, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know if you got the book, but I got to get it to you, man, so you can check it out, bro. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you read it.
So often I ask people, what message do they want people to get from the book? But what message do you get from the book after you kind of read it as a reader about your own life?
I could have did better. That's the message I got. I could have did a whole lot of other things in a better way. But then who am I to question God? You know what I'm saying? All of that could have been my punishment from the things that I've done, you know, karma. So I had to go through it, bro. I had to walk through the glass with no shoes on. I have to endure the pain. I have to endure the stress. You know, I mean, you know, we can say that the devil was working, but it's also the punishment from God. So I had to endure a whole lot of stuff, man, to get where I'm at to this day, to where I'm getting finally really a justifiable peace that God has given me. You know what I'm saying? I had to pull away from friends, close friends and family members to make myself a loner. Like my best friend right now and my only friend is my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have nobody that I hang with like that. So it's kind of the best thing for me because I'm easy influenced to help people. I don't care who you are. You can be a murderer, a criminal, whatever. I would still like help. That's my biggest problem is I give all of mine and no one give nothing back. And I don't ask for nothing, but still, you know, that's the situation with me, man. So I think that what I read in my book, man, was that, like I said, man, I wish I could have did things different, but hey, man, it was my upbringing. You know, I only got a ninth grade education and a mom that had me when she was like 17 years old. So I was raised by 3 uncles and a grandmother. And I pretty much had to raise myself. So it's like what I got out of it was that, man, I'm a strong man, you know what I'm saying, to endure all of that, man, to stand with my head tall right now, man, to ram through it, man. I'm an Aries, so you know the ram is in me. You feel what I'm saying?
And your thoughts on possibly developing your book into a TV series or a movie, is that in the works, or is something you're pausing on a little bit?
No, I'm not pausing on any of that. I want it. I want it. But you know how I go, man. First you gotta read the story in the book, and then it might get in the right hands and turn into a series, a TV series. But I think it'd be a good series because of what I've been through in my life. You know, I'm not saying that I've been through nothing no more than the next person been through. It's people going through way worse than me, man. Trust me. And there's people have been through way worse than me. I only can speak on Shawn, man. I've been through some shit, man, and I managed to strengthen myself and, you know, push through it, you know what I'm saying, with the help of family and my beliefs. I got a lot of faith, man. I never ever doubted faith, man. Never. You know what I mean? So as long as you keep your faith, man, you'll make it through anything. You know, sometimes it might be raining real hard, but that faith is that little bit of umbrella that you need, bro. You feel me?
Yeah. And then in terms of the community, not only the community that you're in, but the voice acting community, what ways do you give back that kind of fulfills you as a voice actor or as a person in that community or as an actor at large?
To give back, man, all I do is I just, you know, I talk to people a lot, man. That's the only thing I can give back now with.
That's great.
You know, is that I communicate with people. You know, I get a lot of people asking me tips on, you know, voice acting because it's a real tough thing, man. It's hard. You know, you just think you can go and do voice acting, but you got to remember voice acting is, for some people, man, they will just sit in a studio with headphones on and they got scripts laying on a table right here and they reading these scripts for what they see up on the screen. My stuff is totally different, man. So I give people tips on what I go through. What I had to go to and what I endured was you got to put this tight suit on with all these balls all over it. So you have to give the character life. When you move your hands, he moving his hand on the screen. When you blink your eyes, he's blinking his eye. So you have to always be in an imaginary world. So I don't consider myself as a voice actor. I consider myself as a performer, a voice motion caption performer, because everything people see Franklin do in that video game, and that's my character name, Franklin, I had to do it. Running, fighting, punching, everything you see him do, man, I had to do. So everything you see with Franklin, man, is all me. It's what I gave to Franklin. You feel me? So the tips I just tell him, man, and what I do to tell him to help with it, man, you just have to switch your mind into that kid world. Get imaginary with it. You know what I mean? But voice acting, I tell everybody, man, go get a voice actor agent. A lot of people come to me like I could hook them up with something. I wish I could, bro. I wish I could hook everybody up, but it's just not that easy. So I recommend go get you a voice acting agent, and they're gonna tell you where to go from there and let them work for you, because I got blessed. I don't want to say lucky. I got blessed. You feel what I'm saying? And you live in a world now that is crazy, bro. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's sad that the world is like that now. Like, you know, you can have the most talent in the world and might not get a shot. Like I didn't have no talent as far as that. Like I had a little talent, but it's somebody that I know that called me in, and the rest got done from there. You know what I mean?
And speak a little bit more about the technology evolution of motion capture over the last 20 years. It is, in my opinion, it has advanced so much that sometimes you can't tell the CGI from the real, and is now implemented in movies where you didn't know it was CGI. So speak a little bit more about like motion capture, the technology through the times as you went into that character time and time again.
Yeah, it's only so much I could say about that, because, you know, under my NDA, I can't talk too much about what I do on set, because that's Rockstar Games part right there. But I definitely know that it has changed a lot, man. You know, you used to have these motion capture suits on with tons of wires hanging from you. Now everything is remote. You can feel free. You can run, you can dance, you can spin around. You ain't got to be worrying about a wire here or a wire there. You know what I'm saying? So it's tremendously different now, man. The technology, you know, it changes every day, man. And from what I did back in the days to now, oh man, it's like it's night and day, dog. Just the cameras you see, just the setup, everything is just night and day now, man. You know, I would love to get more in depth with you with it, but I can't, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't mess myself up, man.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want you to do that. And this question as well, if you can't disclose as much, is totally okay. But also the metaverse and conversations about that are really taking off, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it as a performer looking at it, possibly having being booked for a role as a performance in a metaverse, or just looking at it as just a consumer of somebody who might get into the metaverse world?
Man, my outlook on the metaverse world, man, I tell everybody, have you ever seen Total Recall? You know, we have to welcome it, because it's going to come whether we like it or not. The world is evolving, man. Everything is changing. You know what I mean? So everything is going to be done via, like right now, right now, whether you like it or not, we're in the metaverse right now. You know what I'm saying? Look behind you. See that? You see all of this? It's the world that we living in now, man. So, I mean, it's just, we got to plan and prepare ourselves for that, man. You know, I'm just learning about the metaverse. People are telling me what you was doing is pretty much like metaverse. I had no clue. I was like, what the hell is a metaverse? What is that? Tell me about that. And they'd be like, you just never know. You was always in it, you know? So, I mean, I'm just preparing myself for it. I'm learning. Maybe you could tell me more about it. I'm learning as we speak right now, bro, about it. You know, I have not too much knowledge of it.
Yeah, and my opinion of it is like how people have told you you've already been in it. It's heavily a part of your career. In
Yeah,
my opinion, it's once you escape the world of real life and physical, which video games is in a little way, where you get to play a character, and
yeah,
as the Grand Theft Auto franchises evolves year after year, game after game, and to other video games as well, it's exactly like you said with the movie Total Recall. To remind our audience, he's referring to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall. That's my favorite Total Recall. There's a
that's the one I'm
remake
talking
made,
about.
but the original was very groundbreaking, because in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he plays a character, and he gets into a metaverse, and then
Mm-hmm.
he wakes up, and a part of the metaverse, he doesn't know if it's real life or
Yeah,
it's a fictional story being played out. And in my opinion, when I saw that as a kid, even now when I watch it, I'm like, I can't really tell you. And
yeah, yeah.
so, like you said, I feel like it is coming, but the dangers of it, in my opinion, is we need to set the boundaries between what is real life and what is the metaverse, and we can do
Yeah,
that
bro.
easily with clicking off the video game console. But now it's so entrenched in our society that some people won't be able to turn it off.
It's hard. It's addictive, man. Can you imagine like me and you doing this right now? In years to come, they got it now. They have
Mm-hmm.
it now. Trust me. Anything we talk about, someone already, because we spoke it into existence, someone already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You can really sit up. They got a new thing that I can be looking like I'm looking dead at you now. Your whole body sitting
Mm-hmm.
in front of me, and we're talking to each other without this computer screen. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's coming. It's coming, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
coming, bro. You know, it's here. So we just can't do nothing about it, man. We just
Yeah.
got to just deal with it.
It's the evolution of technology and how
Life.
the world is of life. Yeah. And
Yeah.
where can people find your book?
Man, you can find it everywhere right now, man. But also you can go to sologamechanger.com. That's my website. You can get the apparel, you can get the shirts, the hats, the book. You can order the graphic novel, which is the comic book. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you something, brother. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. Um, this is the graphic novel. The first chapter in my book
Mm-hmm.
is called Numb. You know, because I was a young kid getting abused by my stepfather,
Mm.
and he was whooping my ass, man. He beat me every day almost, man. And the first chapter in the book is called Numb. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the first chapter about that, my life of that. So what I did was I got smart and I made this,
Man.
and it's called Numb.
Mm-hmm.
First chapter is thin, but look, it's the real life.
Wow.
It's put in a comic book form.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything in the book is on here, but it's in a comic book form, and it's real. This is what I really went through, you know, as a kid. So,
Mm-hmm.
man, this is like one of my ingenious ideas with me and my boy Yusef
Yeah.
came up with this, man. So I got a audio book coming right now.
Okay.
It should be out in a few more days, which the fans are going to love because they just want to hear the
Yeah.
voice and stuff, man. So the
They
audio
want
book,
you to hear you tell your story.
yeah, the audio book is crazy. So you'll be able to go through my website, sologamechanger.com, and it's on my Instagram, solo118, and you click in the link and it takes you straight there. Or you can go to Amazon, just type in Game Changer, Shawn Fonteno, and it takes you straight to it. You can go to Barnes & Noble, Apple Books. It's pretty much everywhere right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just put my name in there, you can come up with it.
Mm-hmm. And then two last questions for you.
Yeah.
What makes somebody a game changer, and when did you feel yourself was a game-changing moment that made you a game changer in your life?
I mean, what makes somebody a game changer? To me, what made me a game changer, man, from where I went from where I was to where I am, to where I'm going. You feel me? I changed it, man. I switched my life 360 degrees, man, 180. Because I mean, how can you go 360 because all you're doing is starting here and you're going around and you end up back in the same spot? So I 180'd it and it went the other direction. You feel me? That's a game changer. When you can change anything, a negative from a positive. So you gotta remember, man, that a negative and a positive, man, they create energy. A car needs a negative and it needs a positive to start. It's just facts. You feel what I'm getting at? So you either can be the positive or you can be the negative. So I changed the game, bro. I was the negative. So now I'm the positive. You feel me? I'm the stronger part of it to make the car run.
Yeah.
So, you know, anybody that can just change what they doing, man, you know, doing wrong, it's only one place you're gonna end up. And it's inevitable that it will happen, man. You might not never think it. So whatever you're doing, man, please try to change it and go right and help people. And it come back to you, man. Trust me, man. You find out helping people and being a good dude in heart, man. Like I said, that's game changer to me, man. You know, it molded a dusty rock into a diamond. I consider myself as a hard diamond because of everything I've been through, man. My body is still solid and hard. You know, all these bullet holes and just the stress and the pain I go through and everything, man, you create a diamond. Diamonds are created from pressure. So, you know, I changed the game that way, man. And anybody can change the game. You change the game. I don't know what you were doing before you doing this. And you said when you first started off, I'm the CEO of what you got here. You feel what I'm saying? So you changed the game. Everybody's a game changer, man. It's just, I chose that my game changer was, you know, from my journey from the streets to your video game consoles, man. That's the title. That's what the book says. So that's my game changer.
Thank you once again. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Solo Fonteno is a game changer because he's doing something incredible with his life. You've heard his voice for probably most of your life. For some of you, all of your life. you get to hear his voice again with this audio book. You get to read about his life story with his book, and you got to pick up the graphic novel as well. And that's what we're doing here at Young, Bold, and Regal. We're reaching our dreams. We're being regal. We're game changing. And thank you again.
Yeah, man. I just want to, you know, thank you for us doing this conversation, man. And then a lot of people might not remember me, man, from the movie The Wash with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I don't know if you ever saw that. I was the heavy guy in there. I was Face.
Wow.
I was Face. And DJ Pooh was Slim.
Yeah.
Where we were calling for the money and stuff because we kidnapped Mr. Washington. Yeah, I was the dude with the do-rag on and everything. So yeah, man, I just want to let your fans know, man. You know, I'm part of y'all, you know, hood classic, The Wash.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
you're part of all the classics and all the mediums across the metaverse.
Yeah.